I've been getting a lot of questions about our oil palm plantation, the process, how it is. So have you been there? Is it real? Is it producing? That 4 years is too long ago, so I decided to come today and feature our very own manager, Mr. Chidera, person of Mr. Chidera, to walk us through the process from you knowing about it, yes, to you purchasing, after purchasing, the wait time, all of the stages of you keying into this plantation. Like I've always said, real estate investment is not just buying lands and houses. Here you are buying a land that make money for you instantly. So let's over to Mr. Chidera. Yes, our very own manager right here, who is going to walk us through the different phases we have, yes, across separate different locations, and the process for you to get right in. Thank you, Mr. Chidera.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much. So, welcome to Palmrich. I'll just be walking you through the process. But first off, it's very important for you to know, and everyone watching as well, to understand that the project in itself is beyond the plantation, right? We first set a standard security with the asset, and you should understand that you are owning an asset 100%. You are not leasing it, you're not renting it, you are owning the land 100%. And by law, I think everything that where you own the land, everything on it, above it, yes, belongs to you, right?
Did you hear that? You are owning the land 100%. It's not leased, it's not for a certain number of years. This is your land for life.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you own the land 100%, and we then say, look, we want to add value to this land for you, right? Because I mean, if you look around, not everyone is building now, right?
Exactly.
But then in the next 5 years, 10 years, you can imagine what the rate or the value of this property would have accrued, right? But before that 5 years, before that 10 years, before that 20 years, this land can generate income for you through the oil palm plantation. So we go further to, add value to it and just say, look, well, let's add this incentive to it on the land for you, right? Which is the oil palm plantation. And we do that for you. And then we can now go into a contract. Now, because it is your land, we would not say, oh, because you bought land for us, let us go to your land and farm your oil palm plantation. We have to go into a contract where you give us the right as the owner of the land. You give us the right and say, okay, please, you've put plantations on my land. Please go and manage it for me. I'm a banker. I'm a CEO. I'm not in Nigeria. I don't have time to call the farm. Go and manage it for me. And what you're able to bring out from it, let's share profit. So that's another contract that goes into it with the plantation on your land, right? So those are the most important aspects of the project that I think people should know about. It's beyond just, having an oil palm plantation and, you think you just be making money from it. All of these securities have been put in place to make sure that it's structured and it's sustainable even into the future. So you have an asset that is appreciating in value, and before the next 50, 20, 30 years, you're earning income on top of it. Yes. So that's simply how the project runs.
Fantastic, guys. Did you get that? So number one, your assets, which you get here, is appreciating. Secondly, it's making money for you. Yeah. And apart from that, you don't need to be here to farm. It's hands off. Once you sign a contract with us to fully manage it for you, the end-to-end process is catered for 100% by us. So you all just need to do is get the asset, we manage it, and share profits with it. We are in an already planted farm. So I'm going to walk you through the process, showing you the nursery, all of the systems that have been put in place for you to make your maximum returns right here. Come along with us. Stay tuned to this video till the very end. The nursery. Yeah, so this is one of the earliest palm seedlings I've seen in a long while, and here this is the nursery for one of our Palmrich oil palm cluster right here, and you can see the quality of the seedlings. See how greenish, how healthy and strong they are. Don't forget that 70% of a palm tree's viability, right, is determined by the seedlings. If the seedlings is looking shrink, yellowish and all of that, that is a very bad sign. But you can look at it here, it's very green. That tells you that the system here is working. The managers are paying serious attention to ensure that we deliver to our clients, to you, our clients, yes, and to ensure that we give very good results. Right here you can see the irrigation system. So it just rained this morning, and our nursery beds here are well irrigated. See, all through the seedlings, you know, the nursery, you see irrigation all lined up. We do this every day. That's to ensure the health of the seedlings. But you know, beyond what I'm saying, we have the people on ground here, our manager who knows the in and out. Please, can you throw in more light on what to expect right here?
Yeah, you can see very healthy nursery seedlings. So it's not just about saying you have an oil palm plantation or you're doing an oil palm plantation. This is proof that the work is actually being put in to make sure that, you know, everything is done right, right? And you can see all of these seedlings, just as we promise our customers, when you're buying, once you're done with your complete payment, right? Once you keyed into the project, you're done with your complete payment, you get allocated with these palm seedlings, right? This one's the mature ones that has been raised. You get allocated with them on your land.
That's
so you're
nice.
getting, we're going to go over there now and see some allocations going on. You see landlords that are getting allocated their corner piece and their palm plantation already planted on their land, right? So that is our process. And it's just to give you it's just to clear every doubt that you have about us delivering our promise to you, right? Like I said earlier on. So all of these seedlings, currently I think this is about 7 months old. These seedlings here are about 7 months old. By the time they are
So fresh.
by the time they are 1 year, 12 months, 11 months, we can then transplant to the land. But currently sorting is being done from the back. We have some that are over 11 months from the back, and they are being transplanted as well into the land. So when you buy, that's not where we are going to plant your seed. Okay, when you key into the project, you have already raised seedlings, and by the time you're paying up, you're just transplanting the seedlings to your land. And you know, you're getting allocated with your palm trees already on your land. So that's our process. And of course, irrigation is very important. At this stage, they need a lot of water. That is why we have concentrated irrigation in this area. Even if you can't irrigate the whole farm because of the expense, this area needs enough irrigation. Wetting goes on here every single day, and you know, it's just very, very important, because just like you said, at this stage is what determines the next 7 years, the success of your plantation, the yield of your plantation. At this stage, they need all of that attention. If you look in between, we have some that are already planted into the soil, and you can just look at how green they are and how they are thriving. And this is less than a year and 3 months. So I mean, it's wonderful. So we'll go and see some that are already planted on the ground. Then from there,
can we walk down?
Yes, of course, definitely.
Let's go
Definitely.
And then the borehole.
Yeah. Okay, so that is actually a fire truck. You know the trucks that spray waters?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we have there. But then what we use that for is not just to spray water, because we also have nurseries there as well. We have another set of nurseries that we are just raising at that other end. So what we use them for is in case we need to do open field land preparation, and we need to probably spray say pesticides or the likes, or we need to even spray water, whatever the need be. We have a system that makes everything faster for us. Yes. So of course the tanks here for the irrigation, and if you just look in front of you, you have already planted palm trees, right? And please, let's look at them so you see how well they are doing. You see how well they are doing. So these are already planted palm trees, right?
Yeah. That's another one there.
There's another one.
Then the spacing, we have, you know, following spacing.
Definitely. So the spacing for palm trees are 9 meter by 9 meter in a triangular form, right? And if you look, just look at, you have a straight line here, right? But when you stand in this position, you get a triangle. Do you understand? So you have a triangle. So here, here, and here. And if you measure that, it's 9 meter by 9 meter, right? It's very important that you have this measurement, because by the time these palm trees grow, they are what's it called, the leaves grow up too much.
Okay.
So you don't want them competing with themselves when they are very much older. And that is why this spacing is very important. We've seen people that say, oh, why are you doing this? Plant 20 trees on my land. The truth is we can, but then if we don't follow the standard, who has 10 trees will fruit more than you that has 20 trees on your land and will even earn more? So it's better you just stick to the standard and you do what's best. You know, there's no point in being greedy now and not earning at the right time.
So it's actually the less the merrier.
Yes, actually for the plantation, but standard by 9-4 standard, you can have 10 trees on a plot, 60 trees on 1 acre, 150 trees on 1 hectare. By standard, by 9-4 standard, right?
Yes.
That is what you can do on a plot, an acre and a hectare. So, of course, so this, when you're getting allocated to a land like this with palm trees on it already.
So this is how, if you know, when you came to this project, you are going to be getting allocated. This is exactly how your allocation is going to look like.
Yes, definitely.
It's not just bare land. It's not just bushland. Already cleared and already planted land with palm seedlings. Growing already on it. So that is what you get when you came to this project and you are being allocated.
Definitely, definitely. So it's very important you know that you know all the steps that it takes, because unlike your residential that after you clear, you just go and allocate. This has very, very technical steps to plant. Nobody comes with a ruler and tells you this is 90 this is 9 meter plant. No. So it's from after clearing, we do what we call pegging. So pegging, you have people who come, they have a system they use, right? They measure in triangular forms. They measure in triangular forms and they use sticks.
Like this type of stick?
They use long sticks.
Oh, okay.
I can't find one now. But they use long sticks, very long sticks, not this type. So they use long sticks to peg everywhere, right? Everywhere they need to plant. So after that pegging, what they then do is they dig, right? After digging, they come to this, they go to the nursery and they sort the mature ones, right? Then they move them to the site.
Wow.
So after digging, they distribute them to where the different holes are. Another thing is before they plant, they apply rock phosphate. It's a type of fertilizer, right? So they apply that and they plant the palm trees, right? So this is a whole process. And the only time, the best time to plant palm trees are during the rainy season, like now, right? Because the reason is you have very soft soil now. Yes. And it's easy for you to dig.
That's true.
And it's the ground absorbs or retains the moisture. So it's better that when you plant now, it's it would absorb the moisture on the ground and its roots would spread better. So all of those are the reasons why sometimes allocation might take time, but it is very important. Because even if we say we want to plant for you during January, your the truth is your plantation will not survive. So for the people who call and say, you remember, we have very strategic times we plant, and we make sure that everyone understands this. We are planting only during the rainy season, and during the rainy season now we are in April, right? Rains have come, and that is the reason why we are planting massively now. We've cleared massively already. We've done the pegging massively. We've also planted massively, right? So that's what we are doing now that the rains are here. Maximize it, and it would now enjoy all the rains from now to probably say July and the likes. Trust me, after 2 months, 3 months, your palm trees will survive for the next 30 years. The next 30, even 60 years, they will survive. But all of these things are the technicalities a lot of people don't see. They just think, oh, you buy land, put my palm trees on the land. That is not how it works for us here. Yeah. So, I mean, you're getting allocated to a land like this, either as an individual or we have what we call the SPV now.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
nice.
we have what we call the SPV.
Can you walk us through it?
Definitely. So the SPV is a special purpose vehicle, and either an individual can come in as an SPV, or a group can come in as an SPV, or a family can come in as an SPV. Now, what does an SPV mean? it means that you're coming in as an entity, not just, you're not coming into a cluster. Now, the difference is we have, say, the Palmrich Farm Phase 3, and it's in a cluster, right? Everyone is coming into it. You're owning little bits of it. You're owning, say, 1 hectare, 3 hectares, you know, here and there. What we do is we aggregate you into the cluster. We create your own, you create a cluster community where we pass information, where we, you know, try to make sure that everyone is updated. But as an SPV, you are treated as a business on your own. You have your own farm manager.
Wow.
You have your own reporting channel.
Wow.
You have your own, it gives you a lot of leverage as a business, right? You have your own governance structure as well. So just for the cluster system currently, we have the Palmrich tribe, right? We have the Palmrich tribe and we have the Palmrich tribe executives. As an SPV, you don't need to abide to all of those. You don't even need to be named Palmrich. You can call your own SPV any name, right?
You see the added perks you get to enjoy, and even,
of course,
the icing on the cake.
You can negotiate as a business, but I didn't tell you that one. So, of course, as a business, you run as a business. Depends on the hectarage. Depends on the hectarage that you're doing, of course. Then, just as we have different SPVs currently running. We have SPVs with Dr. Olumide Emmanuel currently. It's a 2,000 hectares SPV with Madiba by Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. And, you know, it's already set up, it's already running. It's not like we are still
own business.
As his own business, yes. It's already running, and that's in partnership with Asset Rise Limited. We have with other organizations, we have with churches, cooperatives. So you can come in on any level as an individual, as a family, or as a group and run your SPVs. You're going to be running it as a business.
And the SPV is minimum of 10 hectares. If you buy a minimum of 10 hectares, right? 10
hectares in the phase 9.
Okay.
But on the farm is a minimum of 50 hectares.
So 10 hectares minimum on phase 9 and 50 hectares minimum on any other the available selling ones. Yes, the farm project. So when you buy into this, you run it as your own business, your own name registered. You have people delegated to you, and you know, like I was saying, higher rate actually, yes. So instead of the 60-40 we share, you can actually get it at 65%. And don't worry, we'll help you negotiate a very, very good sharing formula. But in all, this is for your benefit. All right, so I know you can't wait to get into this project. You've heard all, you know, from the scratch up to the, you know, processing time, you know, allocation time, and then we know you didn't talk about the processing after fruition. Maturity, fruition,
yes, of course.
Yes.
So to speak more to that, of course, the project doesn't end here. It doesn't end at
just the allocation.
This planting. Just as you would hear. So you know, I mentioned you own the land 100%, and you come into it, or we create a contract where you let us manage for you. Now that management cuts across from nurturing it for the next 18 to 36 months to harvesting when it starts fruiting, and to processing if need be, and sharing profit, right? So, and all of that system, you don't still need to bother, because all you're getting is returns based on what your plantation has yielded at the end of the year.
That's correct.
Okay, it's simple. Your 1 hectare has produced how many liters of oil? You have that evidence. You can see the evidence. You know what the price of palm oil in the market is. We give you all of those reports. Of course, it's subject to your own due diligence. You can do your own research, do your own investigation. If you're satisfied, you know the price of palm oil in the market. We go and sell your oil if you tell us to, right? And once we sell the oil, what we realize is what we share the profits on, right? So that's very simple. We have estates that are already fruiting,
yes,
like the phase 5, which is already fruiting. We are milling massively in phase 5 currently. We have Ekpe as well. Ekpe Lagos is fruiting, but sold out, sorry. But the people who keyed in very early, they are the people that are enjoying now.
You need to key into this right now.
Yeah, so yes. Ekpe is fruiting currently, and we are milling already at Ekpe. We have Ado Daughter. A portion of Ado Daughter is already fruiting. We're very, very glad. I was there as well last week, you know, seeing that project come to life, you know, and that was just from 2023.
Wow.
Right? 2020, it was planted 2023, and it's already fruiting. So, of course, phase 8 that we have here, phase 9 in Odeda.
Yes, and so
the
many.
likes.
Yes, and our locations are across Ibadan, Lagos. That's the Ekpe, which is sold out, but we can still get it. Just call or send us a DM. We'll work out a very good deal for you. Then across Lagos, Abeokuta, and in Ibadan, yes, where we have our phases from phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is in Ibadan, 1, 2, 3, 4 in Ekpe, sold out. In Ibadan, still selling, but at a premium because it's already fruiting. We have our phase 7, phase 8, phase 9, Palmrich Farm, phase 3. That's our newest baby in the market. So it's all of these locations, all of these estates are still selling. You can still key into it from 3.5 million naira per acre. And here's don't stop at an acre. Go to hectares, do the SPV, 10 hectares, 50 hectares, and get good discount, good deal. Yes, when you come in via the SPV, you are getting a very good deal, good negotiation power, and all of that. You can come in with your friends, your family, your church, your cooperative, come and set up your own oil palm business right here. You can see it all is structured. This is not just word of mouth. We've delivered severally. We are currently on a successful project that we've been seeing, from day one. Now we've planted, we've allocated, and we're still allocating, we've planted, and it's yielding. This is not just word of mouth. We've delivered severally. This is 6 years now. Over 8,000 hectares cultivated, and revenues paid to, clients that trusted us with their management, the farm management, who've paid consistently. 6 years. No delay, no default, no litigation. This is where you want to pitch your own business with. This is not just any company. This is a well-structured and governed company. So we are here at the partners board. We are going to be running you through people, companies that we partner with to ensure the safety and security of your funds, and to ensure that we deliver to you because you are priority. So Mr. Chidi, I really want to walk us through the partnership. Yes,
definitely. So at AssetRise, we understand that there's partnership is also a currency, right? It's a very important currency, partnership, collaborations, and that is why we have very strategic partnerships today with a lot of very credible institutions, and they place us in a place to give you, the customers, more assurance into the project. So we have a partnership with the Nigerian Institute for Oil Palm Plantation, NIFO. They've been in existence for over 80 years now.
Fantastic.
And they are mandated by the federal government for everything palm, dates, oil palm, coconut. And what they do is simple. They make sure that they update every processing for the oil palm in terms of from plantation, nurseries, even to processing. So our partnership with the Nigerian Institute for Oil Palm Plantation certifies every plantation that we have on site, telling you we're using the right seedlings, we're using the right fertilizers where need be, we're planting at the right time, and they also help with our auditing when need be. We also have partnerships with other institutions like Okutupa Oil Palm Plantation. Very important. A lot of people ask about this. Mutual benefit assurance for insurance on your plantation, right? Wow. So we have that partnership. We also have partnership with AG Mortgage Bank. They are one of our financial partners in the project, making sure that we are keeping to policies and people's funds are being utilized for the right reason, right? And we are delivering on everything that we tell you we're going to deliver to you. Then you can see other partners. Of course, we are members of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. There's no real estate company in Nigeria that is not under this association, because when you're registered, you even get the SCOOM licensing, so you're recognized by EFCC to transact, and you're authorized as well. We have other partnerships here like Lasrera. You can see some other partnerships here like the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Nigerian Society of Engineers, and the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro. So all of these are very strategic partnerships to make sure that the project in itself is sustainable beyond AssetRise ability. So it's not a one-man company, or it's not a one-man business, right? All of these institutions also make sure that we are delivering based on what we are mandated to do, or based on what we've promised you, the customers. So that is why we have all of these partnerships in check, right, for the security of the project.
Exactly. Thank you for, while he was, he said something that it's beyond asset rise, because I've had a lot of clients ask me, oh, if 4 years, how about if the company packs up, what happens to their money? All of these partnerships are what we've put in place. The system, the structures we've put in place, the governance we've put in place. I heard you signed a document, Miss Mary Utuk. Would you want to talk about that
Yes.
too? Yes.
So we have the former DG for SEC, who is currently on our advisory board.
Fantastic.
So the reason why we have partnerships, we currently have a very solid governance structure in place. The chairman, Asset Rise Holding Co., is the MD of AG Mortgage Bank, with over 2 decades of financial
Wow.
experience under his wings.
Wow.
We also have the MD CEO of GTI Capital.
Wow.
We also have a son. We also have a son. We also have, like I mentioned, former SEC DG, in person of Miss Mary Uduk. And these are persons that, they are not looking after anything from Asset Rise. The most important thing they have to protect is their name, because they've built a brand for themselves over the years. So they are being on our board. They make sure that we are doing everything by the books, right? We are delivering when we say we deliver. We are whatever dime we are taking, we are delivering on every single project, right? Communication is right. Governance structure, policies, everything is abided to. So that is why we have all of this governance structure in place.
Nice. So I hope with this, you can be rest assured that your investment with us is not only safe, but very, very secured.
Yeah.
I'm particularly, happy about this, because when I saw the structure, I saw this thing, I was like, no, this is it. And apart from that, there are also other benefits. You can see the partnership, the AG Mortgage Bank, you owning an oil palm plantation here, you can even use the mortgage to finance you buying a property, and all of that. But, call us for more details. We'll talk about that. So thank you very much for this episode. Call us, send us a DM. If you still have further questions or clarifications, of course, we'll be glad to answer you and clear all of your doubts. So call us, send us a DM. We can't wait to have you on board before the next price increase or before you're sold out. Thank you, and catch you on our next episode.
Matchmaking your heart to your dream home is our purpose.